Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to the Soul-Led Millionaire podcast. In this show, I will teach you how to manifest the life of your dreams and become a soul-led millionaire yourself. We will go deep on all things money, mindset, manifestation, self-love, spirituality, and more. I can't wait to bring you this content. So sit back, relax, listen in, and let's get into today's episode. And hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're talking about the only end-of-year business review you need, Soul-Led Edition. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, this is the Soul-Led Millionaire show after all. So we're going to bring a little bit of soul-led elements into this episode today. So it's almost the end of the year, right? We're almost at Christmas, and then after that, another week, and we're in an entirely new year. And more often than not, either there's business owners sit in like two categories. They either don't do any kind of review at all for their business, or they do, but it's the standard, what went well, what didn't go well, did I hit my target, blah, blah, blah. And it's very boring. But also, if you ask basic questions, you get basic answers, right? And I'm all about asking profound questions, asking big questions, asking deep questions to help you investigate and uncover more than you realized was there, right? So that's why I want to talk about today's episode from the lens of doing a soul-led business review. And the reason I want to talk about this today is because I just launched my brand new Soul-Led CEO Business Planner, which is the most amazing business planner you will ever come across in your life. It marries the two of the spiritual aspects as well as the practical business aspects. And there's 4 different sections within the planner. And the first section is all about releasing the previous year. There's over 120 prompts to help you really explore what went on for you this year, what you want to embody for next year, and also the action plan you want to go through, as well as the action steps you want to take. And if you are looking for something like that, that really will help you fully shift into the type of person you want to be in business in 2024 and fully embody a soul-led CEO, a soul-led business owner, and run an aligned business that feels really good to run. It doesn't just look good, but it feels good within. Then I highly, highly recommend you check out the Soul-Led CEO Business Planner. I will leave the link for it in the show notes below. But other than that, let's get into today's episode. So I have been going through my own Soul-Led CEO Business Planner and answering all the questions. I'm currently in the releasing the previous year section. So like I said, there's 4 different sections. And how I actually like to do this is I will do the first section in the current year that we're in. So the first section is about releasing the year that you've just been through. And there's quite a few questions in here, and I really like to ponder on them, and I really like to look at what I've learned from this year and take out any nuggets that I have uncovered, any important lessons that I have learned, what I would like to take into the new year, and so on and so forth. And so I've been really just taking my time with this section. And then once I move into the new year, I will do the embodiment section of the planner. And then as I move further into January, I will then start looking at my actual action plan and action steps, right? So for this section of the planner, it explores everything that you went through in the year in regards to your business. And there's a big emphasis on how you felt, right? How it made you feel doing what you did this year. And there may have been some things that didn't make you feel so good. And there may have been things that made you feel really, really good. The point is to actually review it and examine it and extract what you need from it, because there's so much gold there. There's so much wisdom that you can take with you into your next year in business. I feel like if we don't take time to reflect and if we don't take time to review what we've been through, we don't necessarily learn very quickly, right? We don't necessarily catch on to what's happening, or we might miss something. There's this quote by Margaret J. Wheatley that I really love, where she says, "Without reflection, we go blindly in our way, creating more unintended consequences and failing to achieve anything useful." Now that's a bit of a morbid quote, a bit of a downer quote, but it's true. When we don't take time to reflect and to listen and to learn and to extract wisdom from our past decisions, our past actions. We really just blindly go into the next phase, the next stage, the next year, without any real substance of what's driving us, what's leading us, what we feel called towards. We're kind of doing everything mindlessly. And I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for your business, especially not going into 2024. We've got a lot of things that we want to achieve, and big goals and big dreams, and a lot of impact that we want to create, and a lot of people we want to help. With saying that, I have 5 questions that you need to answer before the year ends to reflect on your business. 5 specific questions. And these questions, I want you to really ponder, really reflect on, really look at and examine your entire year in your business and what it felt like and what it looked like and what it currently feels like. You may still be going through some things that happened within the year, or it may have been quite a long time ago. You're now in a position where it's optimal for you to reflect. I want you to really sit with each prompt and answer them from soul. Okay? Your first question: what in your business made you feel alive this year? What things did you do that brought out this part of you that felt activated, that felt inspired, that felt turned on, that felt in flow, that felt like all time melted away? What in your business made you feel alive? For me, it is hands down my membership and my amazing members inside Money Mindset School. There is nothing else, no other product, no other marketing method, no other form of content creation, nothing else in my business has ever brought me the inner experience that running this membership and connecting to my members has done. There is nothing else in my business has ever made me feel like this. I feel so fulfilled by the connection with my members inside the membership, as well as with the way that I serve inside the membership. It fulfills me. And it makes me feel so alive. And every time I get on a live session, or I do an abundance circle, or I'm teaching something, or I'm uploading something, some kind of feature, I am so excited and so juiced. I guess you could say. I heard someone say this word over and over again recently, and I thought it was just so funny. Like juiced. I'm so juiced. I feel so juiced when I go to serve my members inside this membership. There's nothing that has ever made me feel like this before inside my business. And that is a clear indicator to me that this is something I want to continue to do and something I want to continue to develop and cultivate as time goes on. Because when you have that experience, oh my gosh, you won't want to do business any other way. So, reflect. What in your business made you feel alive this year? Question number 2. What ways of making money made you feel fully aligned? What ways of making money made you feel fully aligned? So, why I say fully aligned is because sometimes in business, you can make money in ways that don't feel aligned. That is not bad. It's not wrong. But this is the solid way of reviewing your business for the year. So we want to look at what felt good, what felt aligned in terms of how we made money. So it may be possible that you made money in ways that didn't feel necessarily aligned. And what that looks like is maybe you created a product you weren't exactly excited about, and you came at it from the intention of, well, I know this topic sells, so I will sell this product, but I'm not necessarily excited or inspired about it, but it sells, so I'll sell it. You could have come at it from a place of frustration or irritation or even fear. Maybe something isn't working, and so you kind of panic sold. You showed up from a frantic state. You showed up in fear. You showed up from the perspective of, I just need to make a sale instead of, I want to help these people. None of these things are wrong, right? They're not bad. They're not wrong. They're just decisions, right? They're just choices that we made that we are now reflecting on, that we realize, I probably don't want to do it again like that. Or it would be nice if I could have a method or a process to shift out of that state of mind, or shift out of that way of thinking, or shift out of the actions I was taking to something that's more aligned, to something that feels more good, right? So if you have had that happen within the year, I don't want you to feel bad about it. It's absolutely okay. We've all done it. It's not bad and it's not wrong. But it's great feedback to extract and to take into the next year. So, what ways of making money made you feel aligned? Now, for me, in terms of what made me feel aligned, was obviously selling my membership. I could sell it all day, every day, to be honest. But also, other ways that I made money is I explored this year with different marketing styles and different sales styles. And what I realized is that my tried and true way of selling is through email. Like, it's my favorite way to sell. It's my favorite way to make money. It's my favorite way to connect with people. It's my favorite way to give a lot of value in like a really intimate, private way. I love making money through my email list. So even though I've tried all different ways throughout the year, which I think it's absolutely okay to experiment and see what works, because, you know, we like to have variety, and we want to see if something works because we would love to add new additions and new sales strategies and sales methods to our business. So yeah, experimentation is essential. But I found that my tried and true way of making money through email just feels good to me. It feels aligned. I feel, again, connected to my audience when I do it this way. So I realized this probably in September, that I really, really enjoyed this way of selling. And so to me, that indicated I want to stay doing this. I enjoyed this form of sales better, and I can prioritize this over other sales methods. Doesn't necessarily mean that I won't do them, but selling through email, making money through email takes precedence, right? It takes the priority number one spot. That to me feels really, really aligned. So, what felt really, really aligned for you? Question number 3. What made you feel totally out of alignment with your business this year? Now, there might be nothing. You might have been totally aligned with your business the entire year, and if so, kudos to you. You are amazing. Give yourself a pat on the back. But there will be some people who felt like there were some instances where they weren't necessarily in alignment with the kind of business that they wanted to be running. So, if that's you, what was that? What did you do? Where did you feel like you were going? How did you feel out of alignment with your business? What was happening? Because sometimes when we make decisions that feel out of alignment, it can be from fear, right? And sometimes it can be from a willingness to explore and to experiment, which, again, there's nothing wrong with either of those things. But you've got to understand what made you feel out of alignment. What did you do, or what happened that turned that experience into an out of alignment experience? And then what did you do afterwards to get back in alignment? Or did you? Again, it's just feedback. For some examples, perhaps an opportunity could have come your way that looked really good, but as you started investigating more, you realized, oh, this is not at all what I thought it was, and now I'm kind of stuck in it. Or perhaps you began a marketing method that you saw someone else doing that looked really lucrative or looked really, really good and really shiny, but as you did it, you found it felt so inauthentic or so ingenuine, or it was just exhausting to do and it didn't feel good at all. Little things like this could have made you feel out of alignment. For me, what I 100% noticed felt totally out of alignment for me this year was teaching business strategy from a place without any spiritual elements, any soul-led elements. It's so crazy because that's how I began my business. It was just teaching strategy and I loved it. It was fun for me. But as I've gone on my own personal journey and I've become a more spiritual person, I'm finding that I cannot continue to teach without it. I cannot continue to teach business or mindset or money principles without the soul-led spiritual aspect anymore. It feels like a violation of soul if I don't. Right? It feels empty. It feels hollow to me, which is why I have incorporated a lot of more spiritual elements into my products and services, and why next year I will be radically changing a lot of my offerings and how they're structured. So for me, that was amazing feedback because even though it didn't feel good, I needed to do those things to understand, oh, this isn't aligned anymore. I see, and then investigating more of what I want to do and what would feel good to do moving into the new year. So, what made you feel totally out of alignment with your business this year? Question number 4. What mindset shifts were essential in your growth this year? For me, it was refinding my confidence. After 2022, it was a rough year for me personally, and I lost a bit of my confidence. And for me, the mindset shifts I really needed to lock in was, I'm confident, I'm valuable, I'm successful, I am seen, I am heard, I am sought after, I am revered, I'm renowned, I'm self-assured, I'm a good teacher, I'm a good person, I'm a good business owner. Things like that. Telling myself over and over and over and over this year to bring myself back to the place that I was in 2021 and 2020, right? But they don't just have to be personal mindset shifts. They can be specific mindset shifts to do with your business, right? Maybe you had some mindset shifts around money. Maybe you finally started to see money as people love to pay me. Money is coming at me from every direction. No matter how I feel or what I'm doing, I always get to make a ton of money. It doesn't matter how it looks, money is always coming to me. Money is effortless. Money is easy. Money is so attracted to me. Money is my best friend. Me and money are a team. Or it could be around your products. Like, people love this product or this service. They literally wake up in the morning thinking about my product or buying the product. They are so excited about this product. They're buying it by the hordes. They are signing up every single day. I'm receiving sales notifications every single day. I'm getting messages every day from my customers about how much they love this product or service. I cannot stop it. It has taken on a life of its own. I literally cannot stop how successful my product or service is. Right? What were the mindset shifts that were essential in your growth this year? Really, really reflect on this because there's so much wisdom here. Question number 5. What version of myself did I love being in my business this year? What version of myself did I love being in my business this year? What a delicious question. Who did you love being this year? And what moments did you recognize that person? And what did that look like? What were you doing that brought this version of you that you love so much out, that you recognized it? What was it? For me, yet again, it is every single time I am interacting with my members inside Money Mindset School. It brings out the best version of me. I love who I am when I show up for my amazing members inside Money Mindset School. It's just like the best version of me is activated. And I show up from this really clear, clean, channeled space to serve. And in this space, I feel successful. I feel confident. I feel significant. I feel useful. I feel valuable. Personally, I feel radiant. I feel vibrant. I feel like I am fully in the moment there to serve. And that is the version of me that I love being in my business. So what is the version for you? Maybe it is when you're showing up for your clients, or maybe it's when you're marketing on social media. Maybe you love doing reels. Maybe it is when you are writing your blog posts, or maybe it's when you're recording videos. Whatever it is, what version of yourself did you love being in your business this year? Now, those are the 5 questions for completing the only annual business review you will ever need to do, Soul Led Edition. However, I do have a 6th bonus question. And this is a question to help you set up yourself for the year ahead. So, what is that question? Moving forward, what would feel really good to expand on in 2024? What would feel really good to expand on in 2024? So taking all the nuggets of wisdom that you just extracted from the 5 questions that I shared with you, what would feel really good to expand on in 2024? What do you want to take with you? What would you like to explore? What would you like to amplify? What would feel really good? What would feel really aligned? As I shared with you, for me, it's going to be about bringing the spiritual, the soul-led elements into my business more and more. I've also shared that I really love exploring personally the feminine energetic side of myself and bringing that into business, but also into my life as well. And then also, I want to go deeper into my containers this year. So I want to go deeper on bringing those elements into Money Mindset School, into my weekly content on the podcast, and to my audience. That would feel really good to expand on for me. So what would feel really good to expand on for you? Take time to answer these questions, and you will extract so much good stuff to take with you into the new year. And if you want to, even though you don't have to, if you want to explore more on reviewing this past year in a more expansive way, the Soul-Led CEO Business Planner is fully available for you to do that, as well as embody the year ahead and then set up your new year and then create your action plans and action steps. Grab the link from the show notes and sign up. But other than that, that is what you need to review your business year. I would love for you to share your insights and your nuggets of wisdom that you extracted, either with me through email or on Instagram, because it's always so exciting when you discover these things and you always want to tell someone. So I'm here for you if you need that. If you haven't signed up for my free abundance vault, which has 15 plus money mindset and manifestation resources free for you, go and do that now. The link is in the show notes, and I will see you in next week's episode.